Ready.
It's week 4 of the NFL. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. It doesn't get a lot better than his last game, going over 500 yards. It's the Bears and the Broncos, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Well, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson going to come out throwing. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still need a little. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their 3rd-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case,
there are 9
it
categories.
is.
You have 30 options. Zone WK is selected. Punt plan, there are 9. Player, there are 9. Formation, concept, screen pass, Play action. Keep pass. Media. Quick pass. Option. Run. Inside. Zone split. WK.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They run with a 4th-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Play call inside.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now Fields. And that's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Portland. Concept. Formation. Player. There are not. Chris Love. DJ. Where. DJ. Stick. The spot.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
And this is a game where you don't envy a defensive coordinator. This is what you have to game plan against all week. This offense is #1 in the NFL in passing, and they're clicking here early as they get a completion there for a 1st down.
And around leg. Spacing. Pop X post cross. Spacing.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. That's caught by Mingo, right side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. The Bears at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Zone WK is selected.
Here we go.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
11. Right.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. The numbers for Moore last week, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Right.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Entering play call. Zone split WK. Screen pass. Play action pass. Keep pass. Medium pass. Keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scheme divide is selected.
Fields now to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Portland. Mills. 4 verticals. Mills.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now it's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they will score on pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. Well, a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15
Cairo
options.
Santos on to try the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one? So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff keep left selected.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And Denver getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
There are 7 categories.
Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Stidham. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Javonte Williams out of the backfield. 3rd down here. You look at this Bears defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem? When they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. That's taken it around the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Run. Inside zone split WK.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A give up the middle to Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
AHP zone WK.
Here we go. Good.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Bust through the tackle. And spinning now. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
AHP zone WK.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football.
Entering play
I believe that they've done that here in the first
there
quarter.
are 11 categories. You have 35 options. HP zone WK is selected.
Here we go. Set.
first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient and let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Bench swap. Concept, keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories.
Here's second and 10.
Team divide is selected.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Entering play call, divide, pair, concept, medium, quick path, option, run. Inside zone, zone split WK. AHB zone WK.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Johnson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Inside zone, zone split WK. AHB zone WK.
Second and goal from the 1. Johnson again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Quick pass, keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for 1 more play.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Santos now to add the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10.
There are 7 categories.
Here's Stidham to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now Stidham on first down. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Entering play call, coach
He kept the receiver in the
suggestions.
short
There are
field,
7
but that let his quarterback
categories.
get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They give it to Williams, running right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math
There
here.
are 7
4
categories.
plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second down and 4. Mims in motion left. And they'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better
coach
there, partner.
suggestions.
Running game
There are
helping out,
7
picking up some of the slack.
categories.
Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll throw it with Stidham. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Yannick Ngakoue. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Stidham. And it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Stidham. Pressure, and he's taken down. A bad sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's
Entering
excellent.
play call, concept. There are 9 categories. There are 10. Play action, pass, deep pass, medium, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone split WK, AHD zone WK.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Entering play call, inside zone. There are 11 categories. You have 35 options. Age, concept. There are 9 categories. There are 11 subcategories.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Round is selected.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Play action, deep pass, medium pass, deep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scheme divide is selected.
To throw is Fields. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Deep pass, medium, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone, there, zone split WK, AHD zone WK.
Here we go.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. There's a nice move. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Entering play, jet sweep, reverse. Concept, error, formation, player, error, Cole Komet, Justin Feet, Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Mingo, power alert bubble, Padu. Power, slot hook.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, here's Stidham. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now Stidham. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Williams. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Maher is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Divide. There are 10 categories.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Back to throw. Fields. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Entering play call.
Just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's got Mingo. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Where you had 51 up, player, error, formation, concept, play action, keep pass, medium pass, quick pass, option, run, in zone split WK, AHB zone WK.
So the big play gets him a...
Entering, instant, call, chest, go, options, coaching, pop-up, medical center is selected. Entering, player name A, Cole, player name D. Pettis, player name A, Colbert. Position SS. Injury length placed on error. Injury length placed on error. Injury type compound fracture. Entering stats. Shall call to ins resume quit game option coaching. Pop up medical center depth chart is selected. Slot 2, slot 1. Player name J Fields. AHB selected. Player name R Johnson. FB selected. WR selected. Player name Demir. Player name Sealov. Player name Jamingo. Entering franchise screen. You have options. Coaching is selected.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Corner strike.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Fields on first down. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Play action pass, keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3
An
options.
incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Fields. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get...
Entering options. Quick game is selected. Resume. Instant recall to now. Challenge. Super sim is select. Stats. Pop-up menu. You have 3 options. Game stats is select. Player stats. Entering. Player name J Field. QB rating 127.7. Completions 10. Attempts 13. Passing yards 112. Completion percentage 76. Entering franchise screen. You have 9 options. Stats is selected. Coaching.
Panic as well and think I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
49 yards is selected.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 49 yards is selected.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's That's exactly what you're looking to do. You move yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Entering play
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On first down, Stidham. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Entering play call.
Partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Enter, quit, resume, inst, call, challenge play, super, stat, coaching. Pop-up, medical center is selected. Entering. Player name A. Colbert. Player name R. Green. Position La. Injury type dislocated shoulder. Injury length out for game. Injury length placed on your. Injury length placed on your. You have to. Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Stidham. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Stidham. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now is 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down around the 22. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's never common on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Maher able to put this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Entering franchise option. Quick resume instant call to challenge super sim is stats coaching pop-up menu. You have 5 options. Depth chart is medical center is selected. Entering Broncos selected. Player name R. Wilson. Position QB. Injury type dislocated thumb. Injury length 1 quarter. Injury length 1 quarter. Injury type elbow sprain. Position LT. Player name G. Bowles. Player name R. Wilson. Player name T. Patrick. Player name J. Griffith. Position MLG. Position WR. Injury type Achilles tear. Injury length placed on error. 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 Injury type broken tibia. Position L. Position WR. Player name J. Virgil. Player name EU as Reich. Player name J. Griffith. Player name T. Patrick. Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Off play action, Fields. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Fields. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Frank Clark. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now it's Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DJ Jones providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Selected.
Fair catch called for him. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Stidham. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Stidham to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he stopped immediately there. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Entering play call.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have fake punt up punt.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And while all of that was going on with the sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Sliding out of the... And he's going to go down again. Jalen Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
There are 10 subcategories. Option is set to divide 3 plays. You have play, action, pass, keep, pass, divide, there, switch, divide.
Here we go.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Right.
Fields now to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scene divide is selected.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now Fields. Open man is Mingo, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 shot play, contact, shot, divide.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Fields. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
There are no pass, special, RP, special teams, punt, fake punt off tackle, fake punt FP pass, fake FG sprint out pass.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And you can see currently they trail in that ball game. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. The Bears were given a solid first half by their quarterback, Justin Fields. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half,
defend outside,
here's Brandon Gaud.
Defend short pass, defend medium pass.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead. And they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game. So probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go to Johnson again. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
AHP inside zone. AHP zone WK. AHP inside zone.
Here we go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Powering forward. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here we go.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff keep like selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This is your game, baby.
So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 19-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. DeMarcus Walker able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And
you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Play action. It's Wilson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his left. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that because so many times you go into the half after playing well and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
Sprint HB flat, Pagu slide. Sprint HB, Pagu slide. Pagu.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Entering play call, do, slide, do. Concept, formation, player, there are 9, Chris Love, DJ, Where, DJ, Stick, the spot.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Fields. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw is Fields. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Seam divide.
3rd down and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Jonathan Mingo with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Selected.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left is selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up 3rd and manageable.
And every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Entering France. Option. Quick. Resume. Call. Chat. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up. Medical center is selected. Entering. Player name R. Green. Player name N. Smith Jr. Position low. Injury type bruised sternum. Injury length out for game. Entering
Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's Wilson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them. Pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Third and 5. Now Wilson. Throw to the right, caught by Dosich. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Entering
Javonte Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options. Return left leg is selected.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chicago offense set to get started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10.
Entering play call, concept, play type, there are 9, pass, special, RPO, option, run, inside, AHP inside zone.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
That's right.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 54 options. AHP zone WK. AHP inside zone.
So from the 39.
Entering, quick, resume, call to, challenge, stats, coaching. Pop-up menu, you have 5 options. Entering, player, slot 2. Options, coaching. Medical center is selected. Entering, player name R. Green. Player name D. Walker. Position Injury type shoulder strain. Injury length 2 quarters. Injury length out for game. Injury length out for game. Injury type bruised sternum. Position lobe. Position Player name R. Green. Player name N. Smith J. Player name D. Wright. Player name A. Colbert. Player name D. Wright. Position RT. Injury type hip. Injury length TBD. Entering franchise screen, you have 8 options. Coaching is selected.
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Entering, play call, AHP
now
inside
a 2nd
zone.
and 2.
Hurry up, hurry up.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Entering option, quick game, resume, instant replay, call to challenge, super stats, coaching, pop-up, medical center is selected. Entering, player name B. Jones, player name D. Walker, position La, injury type shoulders, injury length 2/4, injury length TBD, injury type chest, position LT, player name B. Jones. Entering play call, play type, there are 9 categories, there are 7 subcategories, option is set to inside handoff, AHB stretch.
3rd down and 1.
Is that all right?
Foreman will try to pick it up.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Entering play call, kick punt FP pass. Gun plan, there are player, there are 9. Formation, there are 9. Concept, play action, keep pass, medium, quick, option, run. Inside zone split WK, AHB zone WK.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps them move the sticks. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Zone WK is selected. Concept, formation, there are player, there are 9 categories. Gun plan, there are coach suggestion. Gun plan, there are 9 categories. Run inside is selected. Run inside, AHP inside zone, AHP zone W, AHP inside zone.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up here in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
AHP inside zone. On plan, there are 9 categories. Run in player, there are 9 categories. Chris Log, DJ, Muir, DJ, Stick, D-Spot.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Fields.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Medium, deep pass. Divide, there are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields.
20.
He's got the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 49 yards.
And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Pick off, kick left is selected.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Overload freeze, nickel blitz free.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Here's Wilson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
There are 7 categories.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Wilson going to run it on the draw. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Overload free scheme.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
Marr on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Ball start, offense.
This O-line's been great. They got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 play type. There are 9 categories. Concept, medium pass, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
You have 3 options.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Here's Fields. There's Chris Olave. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Punt.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Wilson.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
He's got Hamler on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
suggestions.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and
categories.
watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Maher is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here we go, Ty. Go.
Fields on first down. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Concept, play action pass, keep pass, medium, quick pass, arch, run. Inside zone, there, zone split WK, AHP zone WK.
Here we go.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a handoff, Johnson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Inside zone.
2nd and 7. Foreman powering ahead. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they actually need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Now Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have to lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Concept. There are 9
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Player, there are 9. For me. Concept, there. Medium pass, quick pass. Option, run, screen pass, play action pass, deep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3
and with
options.
things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They snap it to Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. Did he continue to throw these safe passes? Who can blame him?
Medium, quick pass, option, run. Inside, zone split WK. AHB zone WK.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Option, run. Inside, zone split WK. AHB zone WK. Zone split WK.
Here we go.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Johnson will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Now the point after try for Santos. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff keep left is selected.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And quickly, they get to the line. Wilson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There's Wilson to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get down for a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it out to midfield. It's a spot right at midfield at the 50. Here comes 3rd down and 7. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dominique Robinson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Screen pass, run. Inside zone, there, zone split WK.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Concept, screen pass, play type, error, pass, special, pass. Concept, error, special team, Hail Mary, goal line. Concept, error, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Team divide is selected.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Punt. Option is set. Kick punt off tackle. Kick punt F. Punt. Punt. Field goal. Field goal. Punt. Punt. Field goal 53. Play pass. Quick pass.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. When you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.